Mandy J here, and here I have the awesome Care Bear like characters. I have Love a Lot Bear and Good Luck Bear from the Emerald City exclusive, and I have to say it took me a while to get to these just because I've been so busy. I had a bunch of other pops I need to get done, but I'm glad I can finally get to these guys, and I love them. I didn't watch them too excessively as a kid, but I definitely love them and the characters and everything, and definitely I just love the flocked version. This is my first flocked pop, and I just love a lot so much, and pink was my favorite as a kid, so I had to always love all the pink characters. That's just kind of how my 5-year-old brain worked. Just little me kind of functioned, was if it's pink, I love it, don't care. So Love a Lot Bear was one of my faves, and then Good Luck Bear I just had to have. And then on the backs, of course, like the boxes, there's not too much difference between the two. Actually, I kind of like the fact that they're kind of gesturing towards each other when you put them like this. Okay, sorry, side thought. Cheer Bear was also another one I kind of like because it was like a purpley pink with the rainbow. I don't know, part of me, I'm trying to not impulse buy all of these bears just because they're way too cute. They just have so much fun personality. I definitely want Funshine Bear as soon as I can get to grabbing one. It's just, they go by so quickly. And then I know Box Lunch just got their Grumpy Bear, and it's flocked. I don't know if I'm going to grab that one or not, just all depending on what's all coming out. There's just way too many pops coming out in the next coming up months that I just have to have. And then, of course, we have the sides, about the same, so nothing too different. We have just the basic blue borders, and overall, I just love it. I ended up finding my Good Luck Bear at a Barnes & Noble pretty late in the evening, actually. I was rather surprised, especially considering that I found a Minecraft chase sitting by him. I didn't pick it up because I'm not too big into Minecraft, and I felt like I'm not the kind of person who just buys a chase because it's a chase. I normally buy them if they mean something to me or I'm really into the show. And Minecraft, I did play a bit with my sister, and even though it was the tuxedo cat and I always thought it was a cute animal to have in Minecraft, not necessarily one that I really felt like I had to have. So I ended up leaving that one behind. So here is the 2 Care Bears that I am super excited to have, and I can't wait to show you more about these bears outside a package, so let's get to that. Here we have them outside a package, and I have to say they look awesome. There are some things that I noticed outside a package than inside a package, like always. I do know that at least with Love a Lot, the pink is actually the plastic itself, and they just painted over it, so the white on the ears, the face, and all is actually just painted on, except the tummy is a little interesting. I think it's like a separate piece that they put on the bear because there's quite a big of an indent right here that kind of suggests that the belly was hollowed out, and they just put in the white plastic separately and then painted on the little marks on the belly. And overall, I mean, this pop, it looks pretty nice. The head motion's a little stiff, and I noticed some of the plastic looks a little worse for wear. It's not as clean as I would have liked it. The heart on the paw looks great. The back, I'm kind of disappointed in. It's I mean, of course, if you were never to take this out of package, you would have never noticed, but it looks a bit dirty. It looks a little sloppy on the mold here. The heart was kind of sloppily painted. But overall, not 100% too bad. You got the little hearts on the feet too. It's just little things that could have been cleaned up, smoothed out, polished, because it feels like this looks like it's been sanded over and not repolished or anything because of just how dull the color look compares to the head. The head's very nice mold, done with the plastic. It varies much, it's clean, so compared to the head to the body, it just kind of looks a little bit off, but still, overall, a really good pop. I would just look out for that if you're going to pick up one, especially just the regular ones, not the flock. The flock kind of has its own little interesting issues to itself. This one was the better out of the 3 that I had options, because they did paint on the black, or they did do something, because there's a texture to the black of the eyes, and it doesn't and the sticker kind of pushes down the flock for the eyelashes. On some of the pops I noticed that the flock goes over the eye a little bit worse than others. And then the stomach I've noticed more so with this because I believe this is like the stomach and the marking is both flocked, but I noticed one of the stomach pieces was practically falling off of one of the pops at Barnes and Noble. So I do know for a fact that these like the bellies are definitely a separate piece that is glued on at the factory. So I would watch out for that because literally this was like the best flocked version of him that or her that I could find. It's just, I don't know, this one I would be really picky for because I'm very just overall picky, and it just looks like this one had issues when it came to manufacture, or at least the ones that the Barnes & Noble that I went and saw, just because it was like really out there and just kind of really messy and kind of sloppily put together. So I would just be mindful. The nose feels like it was flocked and they just painted over it just because it's rough. But overall, this is actually, I feel like this is very clean. There is like a little scuff. It will be noticeable, like on the forehead here, there's a little scuff in the middle that looks like that it ended up getting nicked or something. But overall, like the back of this pop looks very solid. Because I was kind of afraid after I opened this one up first, and when I saw all of this like damage and like just imperfections, I was really nervous about this one, and I'm actually pretty happy to say that it looks a lot better, and I'm happy that at least my exclusive looks like really nice. Again, the only issues I have with these is either the paint or just the plastic being sloppy, or like the fuzz could be a little bit better. But overall, really happy with these pops. Not too much to complain about. They stand very well on their own. They don't have... Ooh, this one has a lot more movement in the head. Dun dun dun. This one moves a whole lot better. It doesn't take a lot of force. This one is very stiff, so I feel like it takes a little bit to move it around, but it does move. You do get that 360 movement to it. It's really stiff. You really have to kind of like move it, but they're all posable still, which is nice. Even with how the hands are stretched out far enough to where they aren't something that goes in the way. And I just love these two together just because like pink and green complement each other so well, and it just looks so good standing next to each other. So definitely I think I'll be displaying these outside a package just because they look awesome, and the flock doesn't seem to come off very easily, so I'm not afraid the flock getting kind of like everywhere or falling off. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you know where to leave them.